If we won't recognize it exists, then we won't do anything to try and change it. If we say that the trafficking is only happening up in St. Paul, then nobody in Rochester is going to be on the lookout and recognize the signs of a youth that's being trafficked. If we refuse to recognize that kids are homeless, that there's 400 plus students in Rochester today that are homeless, then we're just going to drive right by those kids as they're walking down the street and not recognize that their entire life is in the backpack that they're carrying, or that they might be hungry. We can really embrace and enjoy what a great community we have, but we can't do that with blinders and think that some of these issues don't exist and drive right by obvious signs. It's right there in front of us.
Right now? Okay. My name is Carmen.
My name is DeAndre.
I'm in 2nd grade.
I'm in 6th grade and I go to Stewartville Middle School.
My name is Nathaniel. I'm 9 years old. I'm in 3rd grade.
I'm 13. I live in Kellogg. What else? I live here in Rochester.
Well, I live right next door to my grandparents, and then it's just me, my mom, and my sister.
My dad, my grandma, my brother, and 2 sisters.
Yeah, my aunt and her mom and her sisters and uncles. So, I have a big family.
Well, I see my parents once a year.
Charles usually just, he doesn't do anything. He just out of the picture.
He's a good guy, but sometimes, he does a lot of things.
I am very afraid of bugs. I do not like bugs.
I'm afraid of snakes. Just spiders.
They creep me out.
Snakes. Getting in trouble and not graduating on time.
I'm afraid of lots of things.
People.
I'm afraid of losing my mom.
Losing my 2 brothers, because they're the only ones I have in my life.
Cause, I don't know, cause I'll be with a stranger and I don't really know who they are and I don't know what they might do.
And I don't want to be like one of those people that have to starve and live on the streets.
But that's one of those things that people don't fully understand, right? I mean, if you live in a place that is the only place you can afford, and you work in the only place that'll give you a job, the only place that's currently hiring, and you can't work on weekends, and you can't work past 5 o'clock at night because the buses only run certain routes.
You think, well, I'm going to go work for 8 hours at such a rate, and I have 3 kids, and I need to put them in daycare, or I need to take them somewhere else, and what you're coming home with is $20 at the end of the day.
It's a very difficult piece for people to even try to comprehend because Rochester is a very affluent community. And so most people have no idea the struggle that some people go through.
As I see what's coming through our system, it's a lack of structure. Structure can be a home life that's maybe chaotic. When you add on other elements like mental health challenges, whether it's with parents or with the children, chemical dependency health, this lack of structure manifests itself into other behaviors then. Criminal behavior, gang behavior, chemical dependency issues, mental health issues. That lack of structure is just overwhelming and just creates so many issues for the kids themselves. And they just can't seem to get out of it themselves.
There's a lot of things that I want to be when I grow up, but the top thing is a baker.
I want to be a vet when I grow up. A cop.
I want to work at a zoo. I always wanted to do that.
Because I really like animals, and because then I can save people.
I've always wanted to say, oh, that's going to be me on TV. I'm going to be that dancer. I'm going to be the next Beyonce.
have to wait and see. I don't really know what's gonna happen in my future.
In my opinion, if kids don't find that positive identity, they're particularly when you deal with the impoverished and the crime, they're not going to find their way.
A lot of it is about perception too, and so for students who are in poverty, just having a perception that they can make it out and that they can change that, or that they can change their situation, is big.
If these kids have a sense of purpose early in their life, you are and you can, and here's the avenue to become. I do think the poverty issue will dwindle, and the crime stuff will dwindle as well, because they have some type of purpose.
My fears for my children, I think as a parent, is that they don't meet their potential, and that they grow healthy and they are happy. Most of all, that they're happy and they become very involved in their community, and that there's a beautiful world for them that they can enjoy.
We are all responsible for this community. We're all responsible for making sure that people have chances and hope.